Pleasure to have your company again, Leo. I'm Dadhichi. It's March 2014, and this is your monthly horoscope, the synopsis of all things wonderful in the planetary scheme, we hope. I draw your attention first and foremost to the transit of Mercury in your 7th house of those significant relationships in your life. If you're not happy about something, you've got to talk about it. That's called communication. If you're not talking about it, it's festering. It's that sort of what I call black heart. You know, when you're with somebody, but you know it's not right, but no one says anything about it because you're all terrified that the inevitable is going to happen. So it's called life. So what's the point? You want to be happy in life. This month is about talking about your grievances. 1st of March, that planet moves forward. We also see from the 8th sector a new moon. So the new moon in the 8th house of sexuality, and also what we would consider a pivotal sector of the zodiac relating to these personal relationships, because it relates to intimacy. And I love that word, but you really need to break it down. The word intimacy seriously means in to me see. So unless both parties in a relationship are capable of allowing themselves to be vulnerable, to let the other person see the hidden side of their nature, then you're not really going to have that intimacy that's, you know, the cornerstone of any good relationship. So I harp on this a little bit because it's so very important for you right now. A lot of activity in that 8th house, not just with the sun there forming a favourable aspect to Jupiter on the 1st of March as well. But we see there on the 4th of March, the very powerful aspect to Pluto. We see also the 8th house aspects of the Sun to Saturn. These are quite favourable aspects. But you have to understand that sometimes you need to clean out all the crap before you can get to that space of calm, inner satisfaction. So I'd say the first couple of weeks this month are going to be about that. Really airing your dirty laundry, talking about those skeletons in the closet, you know, addressing those issues fairly and squarely with your partner or that significant other in your life to really clear the air and get back to a meaningful, honest sort of relationship. We see great communication there. If you're finding that hard, around the 15th, I would earmark that date as a time when you can forcefully talk about what is eating away at you. There could be behavioural patterns of your partner, a co-worker, even your employer. These are the areas sometimes that we're too afraid to talk about. But again, these planets are spurring you on. And you're not normally the sort of person, Leo, that is too scared to speak your mind. For whatever reason, however, the recent past may have caused you to submerge your feelings, to sweep a lot of that stuff under the rug, and now you have the opportunity to clear the air and let that out. See, again on the 18th, we see Mercury there moving into the 8th house. So this is all about communicating these deep, hidden aspects of your personality, of your relationships. I might add too that this sector, when I first started astrology, I was terrified of this sector. Because, you know, I read all the books that said, well, this is the most evil sector. It rules death and destruction and all of those horrible things I talked about in the introductory video today. We're repelled by these things. We don't want to think about that sort of stuff. But there is a very nice side to this 8th house, and that has to do with revelation. The revealing power of this sector is amazing. Therefore, it's also considered, as my mentor once said to me, when I was terrified that we noted most of my planets in this 8th sector, or a lot of them anyhow, that this is the place of invention, innovation, ingenuity. So for those of you that are trying to come up with new ideas, those of you that consider yourselves creative, and most of you born under Leo are pretty creative, then this 8th house is going to afford you the opportunity to get those sparks of brilliance that will just emerge from nowhere. You've got to capture them though, because sometimes they're like little butterflies flying all around the place. So you need to be prepared to capture those wonderful ideas lest they disappear into the abyss of eternity again. I also like the sextile aspect that I see on the 28th, later in the month, and the 27th, the trine aspect from Mercury to Pluto and Jupiter respectively. So these are opportunities to talk about these ideas that you have. Now, put the relationship stuff to one side. I want to talk about these ideas, your career ideas. And this is a perfect time for you to capture those little butterflies, those gems of wisdom and understanding and even ambition, because ambition is fueled by imagination. Capture that and communicate that. You need to share these ideas with other people. I see this as a bit of a market test. Talk to people about your ideas. Your ego might be a little hurt by what they say if they don't like what you've got to present up front straight away, but that's how you're going to refine an idea, make it better over time. Venus in the right angle to Saturn on the 30th is counteracted by the very favourable triangular aspect from Venus to Mars in the 3rd house. This is a contractual sector, the 3rd house. 4th house is housing. So there could be something to do with your house, your home, real estate property, moving, buying, selling, leasing, renting, so on and so forth. That's the month in brevity. More detail for you, Leo, at astrology.com.au, my website. Daily, monthly, yearly horoscopes in detail, plus our free psychic readings and personalised readings with practitioners such as myself and a whole lot of other men and women there that are experts in this field. Look forward to you coming in next month. Take care. Bye-bye.